Good afternoon, dear friends.
Good afternoon.
Sister Vũ Nghiêm, could you speak louder? Can you say hello louder?
Good afternoon, my family.
Okay, there we go. We can hear her much better, right? Wow, it has been so long, more than 6 weeks.
Yes,
Guess what? I am back.
I'm back too.
Yes, Sister Universe is also back.
Yes.
We are here with you. Could you please unmute yourself and just say a few words of greeting? See if we could hear you, okay?
Welcome.
Hey
Hello,
y'all.
everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
So good to see y'all.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's been so long since I haven't heard the word y'all.
Y'all.
We don't hear that in Vietnam.
Now don't make fun of me the way I speak.
It's such a very close words with where we are right now in Mississippi. It's a very common word that we use. Thank you. So you could hear me, you could hear Sister Universe, and we could hear you. That's great. I just hope that the internet will be okay today. It's a bit cloudy and it rained a lot a few hours ago. So let's just hope that causes and conditions will be favorable for us to be here from the beginning to the very end. I would like to again welcome you all to our weekly online session. Sitting next to me is Sister Vũ Nghiêm, Sister Universe. May I ask how many of you were here when I spoke about the first edible food, the first type of food, edible food? Remember the sparkling apple water story? If you didn't hear that story yet, I encourage you to watch that video. And this is the sister.
It's my accident.
It was an accident,
Yes.
right? It was an accident, not a good intention, but it was really
Yeah.
purely accident. And I wouldn't mind to share that story again now that she's here, maybe later, huh? At that time when I shared, she wasn't sitting next to me. So maybe today I will share it again and she will be silent while I share the story again because it's a very joyful and a story for all of us to learn. Sister Universe ordained at Prashna, Vietnam. What year, sister?
Maybe 2006, 2008.
2008. Yes. Please don't forget the year you ordained. It's very important. This is the second time she stayed at Magnolia, and I'm very happy and grateful that she accepted my last minute invitation to be here with all of you today. My name is Sister Bội Nghiêm, Sister True Pearl, and this is Sister Universe, not Miss Universe. That's what I often say, just for fun. And I've been at Magnolia for 13 years. I've been a nun since 2005. And yeah, this is one of my nourishment. This is one of my food, is to attend the weekly online session with all of you. So shall we sing a few songs before we start the guided meditation and the sharing today? Yeah. First, before we start, may I ask how many of you are attending our weekly online session for the first time? Could you raise your hand? Okay. Welcome you all. Welcome to the family. Thank you for spending your Thursday afternoon with us. I don't know if it's also Thursday afternoon at where you are, or at night, or in the morning, but we're happy to have you. So here's a song I hope you all can see. Okay, can you see the lyrics okay? If you have a request of a song you would like to sing, you may type it in the chat box or just unmute yourself and say the number.
14.
14 is one. Any other request?
Number 10.
Number 10, okay. 8,
Number 8.
wonderful. So maybe we will go it by order. We will sing 8, 10, and 14. So number 8 is a call and response song. May I ask for one volunteer to unmute yourself and sing after me, and then for everybody else, if you could have your microphone, if you could mute your microphone, or else we will create an echo. Who feel confident? I also don't sing well. I just have this small confidence. That's why I sing.
I'll sing with you, Sister Bonnie and Mrs.
Okay. Thank you, Bo. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And when I rise,
And when I rise,
let me rise
let me rise
like a bird,
like a bird,
joyfully.
joyfully.
Dear friends, feel free to move your body, rock your body gently. Yeah, this is also a way to relax too. And when I fall,
And when I fall,
let me fall
let me fall
like a leaf,
like a leaf,
gracefully,
gracefully,
without regrets.
without regret.
And when I sit,
And when I sit,
let me sit
let me sit
like a mountain,
like a mountain,
solidly.
solidly.
And when I lay,
And when I lay,
let me lay
let me lay
like a lake,
like a lake,
calm and still,
calm and still,
reflecting all.
reflecting on.
And when I work,
And when I work,
let me work
let me work
like a bee,
like a bee,
lazily.
lazily.
And when I play,
And when I play,
let me play
let me play
like the rays
like the rays
of the sun,
of the sun,
rejoicingly.
rejoicingly.
Thank you so much. Oh, you have beautiful voice, very peaceful, perfect person to sing this song. And number 10, The
Yes.
Island Within. Let's see. Is there a friend in here that knows this song that would like to sing so that other friends know how to sing this song? Anyone that would like to volunteer instead of hearing me all the time? No volunteer. I'm sure there are many beautiful voices in here. Just maybe perhaps shyness. Okay.
You will sing with me, I'll sing.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. Yes. Breathing in, I go back
Go back
to the island
yeah.
within myself. There are beautiful trees within the islands. There are clear streams of water. There are birds, sunshine, and fresh air. Breathing out, I feel safe. I enjoy going back to my island. Friend, could you sing that song by yourself? Because I couldn't hear you when we sang together. Only if you
Okay.
feel comfortable. I know you have a beautiful voice. I've heard you sing before.
Okay. Breathing in, I go back to the island within myself. There are beautiful trees within the island. There are clear streams of water. There are birds, sunshine, and fresh air. Breathing out, I feel safe. I enjoy going back to my island.
Wow, what a gifted voice you have. Thank you so much. Thank you for adding the piece into the song. And now we can sing together, No Coming, No Going. And I invite you to please hold your own hands when you sing this song, to give love to yourself, to know that one day this body will disintegrate, right? But then now, we hold our hands close to us, as if we are holding a hand of a family member or a dear friend. No coming, no going, no after, no before. I hold you close to me. I release you to be so free, because I am in you and you are in me, because I am in you and you are in me. No coming, no going, no after, no before. I hold you close to me. I release you to be so free, because I am in you and you are in me, because I am in you and you are in me. Thank you so much, dear Sister Vũ Nghiêm and dear friends, for singing with us. Now I would like to invite Sister Vũ Nghiêm to offer the guided meditation. Yes, please share with our friends, Sister. Thank you.
Dear friends, this exercise helps us to recognize the present of the feeling and opportunity to acknowledge them and to look into them. Because in our consciousness, there are so the seeds of happiness, joy, freedom. By practicing mindfulness, we are able to recognize and transform unlessen feelings and emotions when they first arise and nourish the seeds of peace, joy, Now I would like to invite everyone to sit upright and enjoy your breathing. Allow your whole body to relax and release the tension that you might have in your body and in your feelings. May you be peaceful and happy in the session of sitting meditation.
And also, dear friends, if you feel more comfortable to lie down, it is also okay to do so.
Breathing in. I know I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out. In, out. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile, calm, smile. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of body, smiling. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Relaxing my body, I breathe out. Aware of body, relaxing body. Aware of the state of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the state of my mind, I breathe out. Aware of my smiling. aware of a feeling present now. I breathe in, smiling to this feeling. I breathe out, aware of feeling, smiling. Looking at the roots of the feeling of joy, I breathe in, smiling to the roots of the feeling of joy. I breathe out, roots of joy, feeling, smiling. Breathing in, I am aware of my Sangha protecting me. Breathing out, I feel joy. Sangha protection, joy. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. In, out.
So, dear friends, you may open your eyes as the session of guided meditation is over. You can massage your two hands, rub them until they become warm, hot, and then place them on your eyes. Massage your shoulders, your head. Continue to do this mindfully, aware of your action, aware of your breathing. Dear friends, if you have your water with you, please enjoy your water or your tea. Good afternoon, dear respected teacher, dear sister Vũ Nghiêm, and dear friends. Today is February 16th in the year 2023. 2023 already. Yes, we're only a few more days and February will be over. I just want to say that February is a very special month because it's Black History Month. It's a month to celebrate the wonderful contributions that Black people, African American people have given to this country, to this world. At the same time, to continue to be aware of the suffering they encounter every day, and whatever we can to hand in hand to bring more peace, justice, equity, protection to our African American friends. Let us continue to do so, because we know that we are all inter-are. When there is joy and happiness and peace in one person, we also benefit from that. So I also took some time to read information about some friends in the past as well as in the present, to continue to cultivate that gratitude, to read is to be grateful. And that is our food. That is the second nutriment. Food of sense impressions. February is also a month of love, Valentine's Day. It's not only for those who are in a romantic relationship, it's also for those who practice celibacy, like the sisters. We live in a very loving environment, and it's a month to remind us that, to continue to love one another, and most importantly, to love ourselves. Our Valentine can be our self, our smile, our pet, the people that we love. Yeah. And if you haven't read any information about the history of Valentine yet, I invite you to do so. It's very interesting. I will not mention about it here because I'm afraid I will not provide the accurate information. Maybe ChatGPT can help. That's something I discovered recently, ChatGPT. We'll talk more about how ChatGPT can help us, or how we can help ChatGPT, right? And yeah, and it's a month where many people were born, so birthdays, of course. So happy birthday to all of you here who were born in February, myself included. So let us continue to celebrate the joy of being alive, the joy of giving, and the joy of learning. I left United States on December 30th to go to Vietnam for 5 weeks. When I arrived in Saigon, Vietnam, it was New Year's Eve. And on the first day of 2023, I was at Hue City. I was in Hue City. We have two monasteries in Hue. One is the Hill Temple, which is the root temple where our teacher ordained. The other one is Dieu Tràm Nunnery, where the sisters stay. So I stay at Dieu Tràm with 80 other sisters. It was there that I attended the memorial service of our teacher, which took place on January 10th, 2023, and it was live streamed on YouTube. Anyone here watch the live stream for the memorial service? Yeah, thank you for being there with us. And for those of you who couldn't attend, we know that you were there in spirit. Some friends were asking me, Sister Bội Nghiêm, how come I did not see you on YouTube during the ceremony? Here's the reason why. On that day, I was assigned to prepare tea for the Venerable. So I was in the tea area from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. My 2 feet were so tired by the end of the day. So I did not know what happened in the meditation hall. I haven't had a chance to watch the video yet of the ceremony. So you are way ahead than me. And I was at the root temple. And so to prepare the tea for the venerables, I was able to see the behind the scene work. It was a lot of work. About 1,000 people attended in person on that day. And there were many venerables, and we wanted to make sure that the venerable, we want to offer all that we could to the venerable. Make sure the tea, the food were well prepared, and also to ensure that our lay friends also feel welcome and enjoy each moment of the ceremony of their visit. Fortunately, on that day, it did not rain. But the days before and the day after, it rained a lot. Isn't that amazing? And this happened so many times. For those of you who have attended like retreats or sometime great ordination ceremony, the Mother Earth loves us, care for us. That's why she didn't provide us any rain. But right after that, oh my gosh, like thunderstorm and non-stop rain. Maybe it's nectar of compassion that she was able to feel from us. And as we know that when we talk about food, many people think about the food that we ingest through our mouth. But now imagine if our life, the only joy that we get, or the only energy that we get, is from edible food. Do you think that that's sustain us? That really give us happiness? That is why the Buddha shared with us that there are 4 types of food. There are 4 nutriments. So today I would like to share about the second nutriment, which is the food of sense impression. The first one is edible food. And the food here also includes drinks. And any food that we put in our mouth is the first type of food, edible food. Any food that we consume with our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, that is food of sense impression. So when our eyes are in contact with an image, whether that is a billboard, a picture, or a video, we are consuming food. When our ears listen to a conversation, to a song, podcast, Dharma talk, arguments, that is also food. When our nose smells something, perfume, fragrance, that is also food. As we know that there are some people who, pour gasoline into a towel and smell it. To them, it's food. It might be hard for us to believe, but yes, it's a type of addiction. So addiction here is not just alcohol. Addiction here can also mean the movies, the stories we want to hear, what we want to smell. The body wants to touch something, right? The tongue. So it's as we see that they are into R, like a movie that we watch. It enters the eyes, the ears, and the mind, and it can affect our body. We often think that only edible food affects our body. But different food of sense impression also affects our body. They can keep our body peaceful, or they can bring trauma to the body. And the body behaves differently after we watch something violent, right? Or after we watch something peaceful and calm, the body responds differently. The Buddha was able to see things very far. After more than 2,500 years, many of us still think that food is only ingested through the mouth. But back then, 2,500 years ago, the Buddha already said food that enters through the nose, the ears, the eyes, the tongue, the body, the mind. They can affect us. And back then, maybe there were no television, no social media pages, no iPhone, no electronic, no electricity. We are just so grateful for the Buddha to be able to see that far. Perhaps he would not be able to predict where we are right now today with all the technology in front of us, around us, and behind us, and within our own reach. And how this teaching can be so relevant and adaptable till today. And so, my trip to Vietnam, I was deeply nourished by the delicious, yummy vegetarian Vietnamese food. Vietnam is a poor country, but it is like the nickname of Mississippi, hospitality. People there are so hospitable. I would never be afraid of going hungry whenever I am in Vietnam. Because the first thing that we go to visit somebody's house is because they would often ask you, have you eaten yet? The second is, please sit down, let's drink something. This is the beauty of the Vietnamese culture. They make sure that you're well fed when you leave the house. So every home that we visited, we ate something and we drank tea or water. Yeah. Whether that is just ginger, nuts, or a very well-prepared noodle dish, or rice with three other foods to eat with the rice. Yeah. There were times when I say to myself, I cannot eat anymore, I am too full. But then I saw the care and the love, the genuine in the host saying, oh, please eat. Yeah. And I said, oh, okay. You can't say no. But it wasn't just the edible food that nourished me. Oh, and of course, I was able to taste my favorite drink, sugarcane juice. Anyone here have tasted sugarcane juice before? No? Okay, we have one. Two. Wonderful. Yes. So whenever you have a chance to go to visit in Vietnam, I don't know if there are other countries that have sugarcane juice. Please try it. Make sure they add, what is that called? It's an orange type of fruit, this small. What is it in Vietnamese, sister?
Thật.
Yeah, that. It's part, I think it's in the citrus family. And then add ice. Oh my gosh, on hot summer days or just on hot days, you drink sugarcane juice, you feel relaxed right away. Yeah, it's a type of meditation. And that was my favorite drink. Completely vegan, homegrown. Yeah. But there were so many images and stories I heard on my trip that nourished me greatly. For example, we celebrated the Lunar New Year together with 80 other sisters at Yêu Trang. And all of us stayed until 11:30 p.m., gather in the meditation hall to participate in the welcoming the New Year ceremony. And guess who was there? Sister Chan Khong, Sister True Emptiness, our eldest monastic sister in the Plum Village community, who has been with Thầy side by side to do charity work, to travel worldwide, to lead retreats. She was there. And many of you know that Sister Chan Khong fell last year and she has difficulty walking. And yet she used her, she has her attendants and she had the support to hold, and she walked upstairs to attend this ceremony. So when I opened my eyes and I saw Sister Chan Khong, I was deeply moved by her presence. Her presence was a source of nourishment to all the sisters and all the friends that were there. Whenever we see Sister Chan Khong, we think of Thầy. And her presence also was an encouragement for us to offer our presence to the Sangha, to be diligent in the practice, and to see that this is our family. Who would we like to, how wonderful it is to be with our beloved ones on New Year's Eve as we come together to celebrate the new year. And Sister Chan Khong will come to Magnolia from May 3rd to May 7th. And I think it is going to be the biggest retreat here. So far, more than 70 friends have registered, and registration just opened less than 10 days ago. So if you would like to come, to be in the presence of Sister Chan Khong, to hear her teaching, listening to her singing, she gave herself a nickname, the Singing Nun. The Singing Nun, yes. Please come to the retreat. I know that some of you have already registered. And then I was able to listen to a story of a lady I met on the road. She had a very simple motorcycle. Her clothes were torn on some parts. She had a very old cone hat on top of her head. She wore a mask that perhaps she wore more than 10 times. Her pair of shoes, perhaps somebody gave it to her, or she picked it up somewhere. She found it somewhere. I listened to her stories. One image that I often saw when I was in Vietnam were poor people going around the city with either their bicycle or the motorcycle to pick up recycled materials to sell. So this lady, she was picking up carton boxes. So my sister and I, we stopped and we asked her if we could help. And she said, no, it's okay, I can manage. And then I asked her, how come you don't look for a more appropriate job and to help you with the cost of living? And she said that I did work in a very simple restaurant, but each month I would get paid $50. But I have to follow the hours, and I have 3 children, which would be difficult for me to be absent for my children. So I chose to do this work because the hours are more flexible. I still make $50 to $60 a month, which is like 1 million dong or 1,200,000 dong. When we hear the word million, it's not US $1,000,000, but it's Vietnamese dong, which is very little. It is $50, and this is what the lady made. I was able to feel the love that she had for her children. And I asked her, "Where is your husband?" And she said that he torn the family apart with his habits. He's no longer with us. Both of her children, teenagers, can no longer afford to go to school. They have to work to support the family. And each month she has to pay $25 for rent. To us, it's nothing. We can just go and buy a shirt, right? Or something online. But to her, it's a month rent, which is not easy to find. And both of my sister and I, we had a little bit money in our pockets, so we gave it to her, and she didn't want to receive it. And I shared with her, "Please take it. This is a gift from other friends who gave to us." She didn't want to receive it, but we found a way to give it to her, and she was filled with tears. She was so grateful. And I was deeply moved by that. I mean, none of us here can help to eradicate poverty in a country. Nobody can. Whether you are a trillionaire or a billionaire, can't. Poverty is something that is ongoing. And we all hope that one day that can lessen. But to eradicate poverty, it takes a lifetime work. But at least if we can help one person on the street, just to know that this month I don't have to worry so much about my rent within our capacity. But this month I can provide a meal. I know I can provide a meal to my family. Then please help. The stories that we listen, the movies that we watch, please choose them wisely so that seeds of compassion and gratitude and peace are watered in us. Mindfulness is like guard. It is guard for our eyes, our ears, our nose, our tongue, our body, and our mind. When we are mindful, we know when we should continue to watch this movie or just turn it off. The song, change the song. And with the technology that we have right now, does it take a long time to change a song? Does it take a long time to switch movie or turn off a movie? And if we look at the magazine, there's an image that we know water seed of craving, violence, jealousy in us. If we are strong enough, we can give ourselves a few seconds to sit there, look at it, and contemplate. But if we are not strong enough, who dare say that you have to sit there and bear and watch it. I don't think at this time in our life, there is somebody who forces us to watch something, see something, read something that we don't want. We have the freedom to choose when to stop, when to start, what to watch, what to hear, what to think. We are often surrounded by sound, but most of the time by noise. Silence is also a sound. It's a very powerful sound. But we don't think silence is a sound. That's why we always have to have something on while we eat. Turn on that television or that podcast. Even it's a Dharma talk. I think Tay wants us to eat mindfully without having to listen to anything from the television, from the internet, even if that is his Dharma talk. He does not want any of his students or none of the Plum Village Dharma teacher wants you to listen to Dharma talk when you're eating. So if you have the tendency to listen to Dharma talk while you eat and think that, oh, I am a diligent practitioner, you are wrong, my friend. You are multitasking, and which is something we don't encourage. When we eat, we taste the food. We taste the flavor. We are aware of the food. We are aware how we sit. We are aware of the presence of others. Yes, dedicate a moment during the day where you sit, do nothing, and listen to a Dharma talk. I know it's very difficult because of your busy schedule. You don't have to listen to a full 1 hour Dharma talk. You can just listen to 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But when you sit and listen, really just sit and listen. And there are monastics as well as friends who are out there who dedicated their time to make Taste Dharma, to take portion of Taste Dharma talks, 5 minutes, 10 minutes for our friends. So our mindfulness is our guard, is our bodyguard. My mindful breathing, shining near, shining far. With our breathing, we know ahead what can happen to this body, to this mind when we watch that violent movie or that sad song. In the monastery, from time to time, I choose movies and invite sisters to watch. And I never choose a rated R movie. That is the decision I make. No rated R movie, no matter how many Oscars they won, Academy Awards. No rated R movie, because we know that anything that enters into the mind, we will never forget. And we know that there are images that stay longer than others. Sexual images, they stay for a long time. Images filled with violence, they stay. Peaceful, beautiful images, they stay, but we don't often think about them as sexual images and violent images. So when we know this is how our mind works, we are careful, we are mindful, and tell ourselves, yes, let's go watch movie, but watch just PG-13 or PG or G or documentary. Do we have that freedom to choose? Ask ourselves, do we have that freedom to choose? If not, what is preventing us from choosing that choice? It feels good to listen to a heartbroken song after a breakup, doesn't it? But does that make our sadness go away? We feel like, I feel this song is for me. This song is able to express my feeling. If we stumble into a song, we listen to it, we feel, yeah. But there are heartbroken songs that really lift us up. I'm not here to advertise or to advertise any singer, but I have heard one song by Selena Gomez that I really like about a breakup. I think it's something, the lyric is like this: I lose you to find me. I lose you to find me. When we were in love, we didn't know much about ourselves. Only when the breakup happened, we have more time to reflect, we are alone, we start to find ourselves. Yes, listen to breakup song but choose the ones that lift us up after we listen. And also news. How do we know which one is fact, which one is fake? There were moments in our life where our thoughts are negative. We experience so much difficulties at work. Or the conversation we had with our family did not end up like how we wanted. And we turn on the news, and of course, many of the news are sad news. And our body cannot take it anymore. That's when we feel that, oh, my ears are just so full. Have you ever had that experience? Where your ears are just full that you don't want to hear anything else? Where your eyes are just tired. Tired not because of looking at the screen, but perhaps tired of seeing so many things. You just want to close your eyes and not have to hear anything. Just want to come back to ourselves and have some peace. Who can prevent us from doing that? Nobody. So dear friends, let us raise awareness that whatever enters through our eyes or nose, our eyes, our tongue, our body, and our mind, they will not be gone. They will not escape. But that doesn't mean that we should be hopeless and fall into despair. But they can be transformed by us, by our practice of mindfulness, by not beating ourselves up when they come up, but tell ourselves, I am taking care of you. Because there are images, sound, that is beyond our control, right? Beyond our control. They appear so quick. And then that's when you say, it's okay. It was beyond my control. But now let us look at the tree. Let us look at our hands. Let us look at the person sitting next to us. I know that they're there. I'm breathing with you. It was beyond my control. I know that you have entered and you will forever be there, but I can transform you because I can transform my thoughts. And our thought, our thinking is also our food. The right thinking, the thinking that make us happy, give us joy and smile, that is food for us. The thinking that make us fall into despair or have negative thoughts, thinking that this life is not worth living when the suffering is too intense, that is also our food. And I think it's a very powerful source of food. That is why whenever a thought that comes up and we know this thought is not nourishing us, we don't need to fight with it. We can recite this poem by Thay. Thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. My breathing is my anchor. Thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. Don't die because of a thought. And at that time, if it's too difficult to come back to our breathing, to see our breathing as our anchor, then hold your two hands. Go for a walk. Prepare yourself a cup of juice and sit, take your time and drink it. That can be your anchor when it is too difficult to come back to the breathing. It does not mean that you are not a solid practitioner. It's just at that moment, it's too difficult for me to sit and come back to my breathing. So stand up and walk. Walk fast, okay. But be aware that you are walking fast and then slow down. Put something down on the table, become aware of the movement of it. So there are thoughts, there are images, there are sounds that are beyond our control. And they accidentally enter. Please, that's when we can be gentle with ourselves. I mean, whenever we drove on the street and we saw a billboard that we wish that we didn't see, but it entered, right? And I said, okay, it entered. I know it entered. It entered me, but I will transform it. The body of that person is the body of their ancestor. For example, that's what I think. That person's body is a human body. I change the thinking. And I will not sit there and crave or think, but to raise, to water seed of desire. I think this is the body of their ancestors. This is a person, a child, a parent. We should respect. We should care. And if you work with teens and children or young adults or with anybody, please help to raise awareness that food is not just only what we consume with our mouth, but the movies, stories, songs, books, what we touch, what we smell, they are also food. Let us be mindful, let us be careful, so that we can continue to celebrate the beauty in us, the goodness in us, and the goodness and the beauty in others. If next time you see a child or a teenager, you just ask this question: when you hear the word food, what comes up? And they will say, oh, chicken, French fries, salad. And then you say, oh, do you know that the movie that you watch is also food? You'll be amazed by their look. They will be like, really? I witnessed this many times. And I will continue to play this game with the teens and with the children, so that for them to be mindful of what they choose to watch, choose to hear. Maybe next week I will continue on this topic, because there's so many things that we can touch on. I'd like to end here, and thank you so much for listening. Let us listen to one sound of the bell. I'd like to ask Sister Vũ Nghiêm a question. The Buddha say that, what we touch is also a food. What we see, what we hear is also a food. So, Sister Vũ Nghiêm, I'd like to ask you,
Yes.
what do you do every morning? Like every morning, an act that you do every morning that nourish you the whole day, like early in the morning. When we ask a question, we have to be specific. We can't just ask, so what do you do during the day that nourish you? That is just too general and too vast. So we simplify it concretely. What is it that you do every morning, early morning, that nourish you the whole day?
Thank you, dear sister. Yeah, a good question for me here. Yeah, the family. This my sister is the roommate, and I see her every day.
Oh, you see me every day. Is that nourish you?
Sister Bội Nghiêm, she always hitting me, and she always ask me, oh, Sister Universe, Miss Universe. oh my goodness. Sometimes I ask, dear sister, I am a nun. Yeah, Sister Vũ Nghiêm, Sister Universe, not Miss Universe. And every day I'm very happy when I wake up. Yeah, wake up so early. Yeah, in monastery, we wake up 5 a.m. Yes, and sometimes I feel very tired. It's so sleepy. But every morning I turn my head And I ask myself, I am a nun. Yes, I am a nun, and it's helped me to be more awake of my action during whole day. Yeah, it's so nourished me. Yeah, and I think I will continue to practice. Yeah, to build it every day. Yeah, and I feel I'm very happy when I become a nun. In my life, I stay in the monastery. Yeah, in environment, so it's nourished me and my sister and brother in here. Yes, it's so simple, but just so important for me. I think so. And last one, I feel very happy when I have my sister. Yes, she's so be kind for every sister, just not me. I'm just kidding. She's so very, very kind and humble. Yeah, I learned from her a lot. And thank you, dear family. Thank you, dear sister. Support me, and I support you every day. And if you need me, I will.
Can you complete the sentence? How can you say I will join, I will not join? What is it? Thank you, Sister Vũ Nghiêm, for your sharing. I know that there are some friends who have to leave early. Thank you so much for joining us. I will end the YouTube live here so that we can open the Zoom